I'm going to be breaking down the whole foods pyramid and what you should be basing your diet around if you want to maintain an optimal physique and lifestyle. So at the bottom of the pyramid, what you should be basing your diet around the most is meat and fat from ruminant animals. So ruminants like cows and sheep have a unique multi-chambered digestive system which takes grass, something we can't digest, and turns it into highly bioavailable nutrients that we consume. So some examples of what you should be eating are steaks derived from these ruminants, fats like tallows from these ruminants, organs from these ruminants, which are the most bioavailable food you could possibly eat, and bone marrow. Now we're bringing in the second tier, meat and fat from non-ruminant animals, such as eggs, seafood, and pork. So these foods should complement the foods in the tier below. So eggs, great. Make sure they're free range. They are packed with micronutrients. Make sure you eat the yolk. Seafood, make sure it's wild caught, otherwise it's not optimal. This is a great source of omegas. Pork is a sticky situation, especially if you come from Australia like me, where 90% of pork is feedlot, meaning they are fed grains and kept inside facilities their whole lives, treated like shit. And guess what? That translates to your plate. So unless you can get a really good quality pork, I would not recommend eating it because the nutrients are way worse than the tier below, the ruminants. So dairy, you should be having some dairy at least every day because calcium is one of the most important micronutrients your body needs. These dairies come from these ruminants and you should be trying to get them as untampered with as possible. For example, raw milk. Try and get raw milk. If you can't, I get cold pressed milk. Butter, for example, I can't get raw butter, so I get grass-fed butter. Try and make sure you get it as close to untampered with as possible. So an example of a raw cheese, sorry to my Italian viewers if I even have any, Parmigiano Reggiano, this is raw, untampered with, great choice. Now we get into the top tier of the whole foods pyramid, the carb sources. So your carb sources should be mainly fruit, honey, potatoes, and rice. I don't normally eat rice, but carbs should be used as tools. So what do I mean by tool? Well, I'll break this down into two sections. You have high glycemic index and low glycemic index carbs. A high glycemic index carb, such as a banana, spikes your blood sugar, spikes your insulin, and gives you fast energy shortly after consumption. The ideal time to eat high glycemic index carbs is shortly before rigorous activity, such as a workout. So I would have a banana 30 minutes to an hour before your workout to get the optimal amount of energy before you head into your workout. And another time you should be having high glycemic index carbs is after your workout. You need to spike your insulin because it's anabolic, allowing for more protein synthesis. So have honey after your workout, which spikes your insulin, and then have protein after the honey. Low glycemic index carbs keep your blood sugar stable and energy stable. So an example of when you would use this as a tool is just throughout every day. If you don't want cravings and you want stable energy, have low glycemic index carbs. Some examples of this are boiled sweet potatoes and potatoes. So in summary, high GI carbs are great before and after workouts, whilst low GI carbs are great throughout the day to keep your energy stable and to keep your cravings minimal. Okay, that's it for today's long video. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these, and let me know if there's anything I missed or any feedback you guys can give me. I would love to hear. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to post more of these because I actually enjoyed making them.